I know why you're asking me that. It's Fit and Fab's Halloween special tonight. So, are we going ghost hunting or anything tonight?
No, we're not that kind of show. You know, I'm just curious. Kasi ako, I'm not really scared of ghosts or witches. I just don't like going to the circus.
Oh my God, it's so funny that you should mention that. Ako rin, sobrang hindi ko kaya yung clowns. You must know I'm so scared of clowns.
Yikes. Well, since you mentioned that it's Halloween, tonight is our Halloween special. From dressing up, to travel tips for the long weekend, and to what really scares us when it comes to women's health.
Well, let's get the show on the road then. I'm Tereli Caros.
And I'm Maggie Wilson, and this is Fit and Fab, your ultimate guide to being a better you.
Reach for the sky, dance to the beat, yeah. Pamper yourself, go all out, yeah. Be fit, be fit, be fab. This is your time to be all that. Be fit, ooh, be fab. This is your time to be all that.
Tonight's stories are all about ending the month of October with a bang. From tips on Halloween dressing, to a guide to better breast health, to holiday weekend travel tips, as well as a zero-cal, zero-nonsense profile, and this week's Calci Aid to a new you.
Dad, do you like trick-or-treating?
Actually, yes, I love the candy.
The candy?
Yeah, the stuff you get, diba? Trick-or-treating.
I love to
The
dress
dressing up,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Kasi ako hindi ko lumaki sa place na maraming mga ganyan mga Halloween decors. ganyan.
How
Oo.
sad. You're missing half of your
Well,
childhood.
yeah, but it's not too late naman, I hope. Pero
Yeah.
ikaw, I know you love doing that.
Yeah, I grew up in Saudi Arabia and I lived in a compound where trick-or-treating or Halloween was such a big
Talaga?
thing. Ultimo mga bahay, they were so into it. They
Well
turned their-
decorated
Yeah, well
and
decorated.
all.
Their
Wow.
gardens were graveyards.
Pero recalling your childhood, ano yung best costume mo ever?
Well, I liked the movie Aladdin, so I dressed up as Jasmine.
Wow!
So I felt, really sexy like a gypsy. 8-year-olds, they make an excuse to show their bellies. so
Yeah,
they feel
midriff
sexy.
ka nga.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So Halloween is the ultimate excuse to play dress up. So if you're looking for some costume inspiration, have no fear because Fit and Fab is here.
With tonight's guide to Halloween dressing, no doubt you'll be the most popular trick-or-treater in town. Halloween is one of the oldest holidays still celebrated today. It's one of the most popular holidays, second only to Christmas.
Before, people didn't really pay attention on Halloween parties. They just wanted to decorate. But now, people are more open to wearing costume.
And so when this time of year comes, both the young and young at heart can't resist dressing up in their spookiest, most eye-catching Halloween garb. How much fun is Halloween dressing? Just ask flamboyant eventologist, columnist, and TV host, Tim Yap.
Alam mo, kapag Halloween, tapos you don't dress up, corny ka. Alam mo yun? Kasi Halloween is the only time where you can actually really dress up to the hilt. Alam mo, that's the time where you can go over the top. That's the time when you can fulfill your fantasies.
Because Tim has quite an over-the-top personality, no costume is too impossible or outlandish for him to wear. From Buzz Lightyear,
Kung maganda, makikita niya sa celebrity duets every week, nagamit ko yung costume ko na mabuti because I could, use a particular character to fit into a particular song. It's part theater, part having fun, part role play.
Optimus Prime,
Yung costume ko, it was 8 feet tall. Alam mo yun? Pagpasok ko pa lang, alam mo yun, andito pa lang, paa ko pa lang yan.
name it, and Tim's probably worn it at one time or another.
Meron ako ditong panda na hindi ko pa nagagamit in time for the Olympics. Tapos kakabili ko lang my pirate costume. Kakabili ko lang ito sa Disneyland. This is my Pluto hat na sinuot ko nung kasama ko si Willie Revillame and Joey De Leon.
And as for his Halloween outfit this year, like a true master of disguise, Tim's lips are sealed.
For this year, secret pa. Pero ano ang uso ba this time? Uso ngayon Twilight, di ba? Uso ngayon yung mga Transylvania, uso mga vampire ngayon.
With his passion for costumes and dressing up, Tim definitely embodies the true Halloween spirit. But if you don't have the time, imagination, or budget to create your own costumes, where can you turn to channel your inner ghost and ghoul? Thanks to costume rental shops like Lito Perez's Camp Suki in Quezon City, Halloween costumes can be rented out hassle-free.
Eh kung costume naman, it's not something you wear again. It's only for a one-night affair. Diba? So it's really more practical to rent it. Instead of having one made na napakamahal. And it's yours nga lang, pero where would you use it afterwards?
Camp Suki's selection is truly vast and varied, ranging from period costumes to accessories and even to stage props. Talk about complete! Camp Suki's costume collection is proof that you don't have to be a ghost, witch, or vampire every Halloween. What's hot, hoot Halloween couture? Anything pop culture.
Now, people are more glamorous when it comes to Halloween costumes. They don't just want to look scary, they also want to look chic. So how do you achieve that? So you veer away from the typical costumes like angel, a white lady, witch. So they're not so trendy these days.
One of the best ways to determine which Halloween costumes will be the hottest and trendiest for the year is to look at the blockbuster Hollywood productions. Whenever a big blockbuster movie is released, the characters in the movie become inspiration for some of the best Halloween costumes you can find. People will literally flock to costume stores in order to dress up as their favorite character. This year's Hollywood Halloween picks: The Dark Knight's Joker, Iron Man, Indiana Jones, and anything Angelina Jolie.
People still try to copy the looks of former movie stars. Let's say the classic icons, Audrey Hepburn, they will always be Halloween staples. But now there are more fashionable icons. Let's say Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie. So there are more options for everybody, not just the classics.
There's so much to choose from in the pop cultural world. How to choose the right character? Let me count the ways. Halloween dress-up tip number 1.
Look first with what you have in your closet. You will know na I don't need to buy, let's say, a pair of shoes anymore since I have this kind of shoe. But before you buy, let's say, you can still improvise. So when you improvise, you see, okay, I need a black dress, but it needs some details like beaded beads or something like sequins. So with that, you don't have to go to a tailor and have it beaded. So what you can do, you can just buy it and do it on your own.
Another consideration is where you'll be wearing the costume.
Sometimes, some Halloween parties, you have the freedom to choose whatever you want to wear. But it says in the invitation that it's 80s night for Halloween, you have to go in an 80s attire.
Of course, you may not want a costume where you'll have to haul around a lot of accessories.
Being comfortable is also important. Like, you're going to a party, mingling with friends, and then all of a sudden, your wig is falling off. So you have to address that before the party.
The most important thing when it comes to dressing up, don't be generic, be unique.
Of course, you don't want to be like the same person that you were last year. So this year, you want to be something different.
Halloween is indeed one of the best times of the year and a great excuse to be somebody else. So whether you choose to come as a superhero or a villain, a movie star or a musician, a vampire or a werewolf, make sure you choose an outfit that will let you have fun. Happy trick-or-treating!
What's the one thing that women are really scared of? Breast cancer, and with good reason. But with awareness and prevention, women can definitely defeat this disease. Find out how up next on Fit and Fab. And later, Fit and Fab travel tips that will surely help you this coming long weekend. Stay tuned.
So Max, do you think that breast cancer is something that you'd be scared of?
Well, I think it's very scary because I recently found a lump on my breast, but I had it checked, and good thing that the doctor said at my age, it's not malignant.
But I think getting a mammogram on a regular basis pa rin, di ba?
Yeah,
Something
of course. It's very important that women have a regular checkup, a regular mammogram, and just so that they're aware of the facts of their breast. Fit and Fab continues to celebrate International Breast Cancer Awareness Month by giving you the 411 on this deadly disease.
With the help of Marie Claire Philippines, tonight's Ladies' Room is all about your breasts and how it's your duty to know more about them. Remember, ladies, knowing is half the battle against this disease. Breast cancer strikes at any time, any place. In a crowd of thousands, anyone can be at risk. Young or old, rich or poor, anyone could be you or me. Breast cancer is the second deadliest cancer in the world, and the Philippines has the highest rate of occurrence in Southeast Asia. This month, as we celebrate breast cancer awareness, let's learn and understand the gravity of this disease. Here are some breast cancer facts you should know. Fact: although men are not exempted, 70% of breast cancer cases occur in women. It is the leading killer of women ages 35 to 54 worldwide. More than 1 million women develop breast cancer without knowing it, and almost 500,000 die from it every year. Fact: the incidence of breast cancer has been rising steadily for the past 30 years, and no one knows why. And fact: for every 2 new cancer cases diagnosed, annually, 1 will die within the year.
There are several factors in the development of breast cancer. Of course, number one is genetics. Some patients are prone, those who are on the heavy side, obesity is a factor. Any diet increase in animal fat. Nowadays, especially with the presence of carcinogens in our environment, in the food we take, chemicals that we use, very rampant talaga ang breast cancer.
Scared of breast cancer? Don't worry, ladies. We can fight and win over this disease. Even if you're high or low risk, doctors say that early detection is the key. October is the month for us women to spread the word to save our breasts. A few weeks back, I joined hundreds of women in a walk for breast cancer awareness. Their main message? To create awareness that breast cancer isn't really a scary thing, as long as we get to know it better. Bettina is one brave woman who battled with and won over breast cancer.
2003, I was 43 years old at that time. I didn't have any lumps, nothing. I was just going through my routine annual mammogram, and then they discovered that I did have very early stage. It's considered stage 0. I did lose a breast though. I had a mastectomy, but I was spared from chemotherapy.
Bettina knew the grave effects that came with the disease, physically, emotionally, and psychologically.
Of course, my initial reaction was, I thought I was gonna die because, the word cancer, that's already a death sentence, especially for me at that time. I didn't know anything about cancer.
Bebeth Orteza was at the peak of her career as an actress and screenwriter when she felt lumps on her breasts.
Noong 2004, nag-quit ako ng smoking noong August. So tumaba ako. Nung tumaba ako, I decided to go into boxing to lose weight, no? And then parang what happened was my body got relatively healthy. I got strange feelings. Yung bang pag nakahiga ako, halimbawa, lahat ko, pagpaling ko sa kaliwa, nandun na lahat. Yung right breast ko, ang tagal. There was a very, very heavy feeling to my breast.
Instead of being afraid, Bebeth fought like the true fighter that she is.
People have the mistaken idea na matapang si Bebeth Orteza. Hindi ako matapang mag-isa.
Bettina and Bebeth live to share their story, proof that breast cancer is a challenge that can be overcome and prevented.
If your doctor gives you the bad news that you have breast cancer, as long as you do your mammogram every year, you're surely going to be okay.
Breast cancer is not a death sentence. There's a lot of time to be able to do what you want. There's room for treatment. Just don't be defeated. Alamin ninyo ang lahat ng pwedeng malaman tungkol sa cancer.
One group vigorously fighting breast cancer is I Can Serve Foundation, and they're doing more than just wearing pink.
We have an information advocacy, and what we do is we deliver the message out there to all the women that you should do self breast exams every month, and you should do your annual breast mammogram every year because early detection is a cure.
Aside from information campaigns, I Can Serve volunteers are busy with projects such as awareness forums, breast screenings, and fundraising activities.
Kalulaunch lamang namin ang ating Dibdibin DVD series. Yung English version hosted by Lea Salonga, and then yung Tagalog version by Don Solueta na ako naman po ang sumulat. Doon sa video na yon, pinapakita kung paano yung SSS, sariling salat sa suso, o sa English, breast self-examination.
I Can Serve's campaign has reached thousands of women in the Philippines and is backed by some pretty famous people.
My life has been touched by not just breast cancer, but other cancers. Of course, there's my stepmom who passed away, si Rio Diaz, who was taken by cancer, and as well as I have an employee who is a survivor of breast cancer herself. So nakita ko yung lahat ng pagsubok na yun.
Another group that's all about informing women about cancer, the men and women behind Marie Claire Philippines.
It's always been one of the biggest advocacies of Marie Claire, and I think many people here in Summit also, it's close to our hearts because majority of us in the editorial department are women.
This issue gives us the lowdown on breast care and tips on early detection for every age. For us in our 20s, it's important to have a breast self-exam every month, right after our period.
May tendency kasi before your menses, your breasts get engorged, tender. After, the passage of menstrual blood, medyo nagsusubside ang swelling. So if there's a mass, most likely, mas makakapayod.
We can do our self-exam while lying down, in a bath, or in front of a mirror. Raise your hand at the back of your head and using your other hand, feel one breast.
When you do your circular motion, if this is the nipple area, you just work your way around. Parang you don't have to press na sobrang diin, just very lightly. Kasi if you press too hard, you will feel the bone. So lightly around, you do it clockwise. Okay? So and you do the same thing on the opposite side.
Some of you may notice that one of your breasts is a different size from the other. Our areolas may also vary. Some are pink, some are red, black, or brown. Some can be as small as a 1 peso coin, and some as wide as a drink coaster. These inconsistencies are nothing to be worried about. They are just part of our body's hormonal and physical makeup. What we should look out for are irregular lumps, dimples, and nipple retraction. These are absolute danger signs.
If you notice anything, palpate anything, you try to compare it to its opposite side. If it's present on the opposite side, most likely it's a normal breast tissue. However, if it's not present, it's just one side lang or unilateral, most likely it's a pathologic, meaning abnormality yon.
If you're in your 30s, breast self-examination should be accompanied by a yearly clinical breast exam, in which your gynecologist checks your breasts and even your armpits for any irregularities.
Basically, a self-breast examination and clinical breast exam, pareho lang sila. But the main difference is that, of course, we are more experienced in doing a breast exam. Number 2, we also have to palpate the axillary area.
More mature women should start having their mammogram every 2 years for a more extensive breast examination. This is especially essential for high-risk women or those with family history of breast cancer. Although there's still no vaccine to totally cure breast cancer, there are ways to lower our risk of getting it. Doctors can't stress enough the importance of a healthy and active lifestyle. A balanced diet, nutritious food sans the fats, regular exercise, and a clean environment will surely empower us to fight against breast cancer, a battle that is always winnable with prevention.
Going away for the long weekend? Fit and Fab gives you some helpful tips for your Undas trip. Coming up next. And later, meet our very first zero-cal, zero-nonsense woman. Find out who that is later on Fit and Fab.
You know, Mag, something that I always look forward to at the end of October, long weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Dikit na yan, Halloween, All Souls, All Saints Day. What are your plans?
Well, you know, I'm hitting the beach. I'm going to Boracay, yeah, because I'm going to be there for an event. So I'm going to be there the entire weekend. Ikaw?
Ako beach din ako, this time Davao naman with my family.
So, excited for the long weekend? Here are some travel tips so that you can travel smart and safe so that your vacation can be hassle-free. Going away for the long weekend? Who isn't, right? Here's our foolproof guide to spending the long weekend away. When it comes to traveling, it's all about the details.
Planning eliminates all the unknowns. If you are going on out-of-town trips or, out-of-the-country trips, that you better have a budget for it.
When planning your vacation, budget, location, and your itineraries are the elements that should be considered above everything else.
After you've decided on where you're going, ano yung route, how are you gonna get there? Are you gonna get there by plane, by car, etc.?
So you've picked your spot and plotted your route? What's next? Packing.
I suggest you put everything on the bed.
Women have the tendency to overpack, so by laying out your vacay wardrobe out where you can see them, you can really assess what you actually need to take.
I suggest you slice it in half because half of those things you don't really need.
Then, choose the perfect weekend bag that suits your needs.
For me, the best is the trolley bag. Whether you're traveling with kids or you're traveling by yourself, because it frees your shoulder.
When it comes to packing your clothes, rolling works well with pants, skirts, and shirts. Backpackers swear by this method because it not only maximizes bag space, it also prevents your clothes from wrinkling. Just lay the item face down, fold back the sleeves, and then roll from the bottom up. When it comes to toiletries, make sure to pack the basics in travel-size containers. Another great tip? Put your toiletries in plastic bags or Ziplocs to avoid spilling. It's always better to be safe than sorry, so in case of emergencies, it's always good to pack a medicine or first aid kit in your bag. With all the excitement of leaving, don't forget to leave your home safe and secure.
Make sure that the main points of entry, windows, doors, they're secure. If you have a security system, so put it on.
When it comes to appliances, don't forget to turn off all the appliances and lights and unplug them so that you can conserve energy even when you're not at home. Also, be sure to check your fridge for any leftovers that might end up spoiling while you're away.
Before you even leave, you should check your ref to see kung ano yung, mga meats and stuff, they can stay there for a longer time.
What to do to avoid spoilage? Transfer leftovers in airtight containers. And when in doubt, eat them. If you're going on a road trip, make sure that your car is travel ready. No one wants a broken down car in the middle of a highway, right? Even before you hit the road, there are a number of steps you can take to help ensure that your holiday drives are safe and stress-free. Make sure your car is tuned up and ready to go. From the radiator, crankcase, transmission, brakes, power steering, and battery.
Your car might overheat. If you don't have brake fluid, you might not have enough brake pressure when you need it. So these are things that you have to check at least, every week, even before you go on a long drive.
And always check your tires. Proper tire pressure is important for a long holiday weekend drive. No one wants a flat tire on the road.
Tires are very often overlooked when they shouldn't be because they are the only contact between your car and the ground, and you should check your tires even before every drive. Just walk around it and inspect it.
Planning the time of your trip is also essential for a stress-free ride.
I personally like traveling in the early morning. There's less stress, and when the sun's coming up and you're alone on the road, it's very, very relaxing.
Make flexible travel plans and start your trip earlier than usual. And the #1 travel tip to remember? Buckle up. Sabi nga nila, the trip isn't about the destination. It's all about the journey. So make sure that your travel part is safe and stress-free. Enjoy the weekend! Up next on Fin and Fab, A zero-cal, zero-nonsense profile on one empowered woman, Terele Caros. And later, tonight's Calciate to a new you. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Teresa Licaros, Binibining Pilipinas Universe 2007, host of Fit and Fab, and believe it or not, a soon-to-be lawyer. A beauty queen is usually stereotyped as all beauty, no brains. I find that statement superficial. I believe beauty is more than skin deep, and this empowers me as a woman more than anything else. Welcome to the University of the Philippines, Diliman, the flagship campus of the Philippines' only national university. I am a senior at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, College of Law. I've been to parties before na, you're the beauty queen, blah, blah, blah. And then they get so shocked that I'm a law student, that I can actually carry a decent conversation. This career may seem to be a male-dominated industry, but I can say it can be a woman's world too. I can be tough, play rough, and stay beautiful at the same time. Ultimately, it's about perspective, diba? You think it's a man's world, diba? That's perspective in itself. And if you think na it's just for men, then it will be just for men. But if you say na woman, man, what's the difference, diba? I like what I'm doing it right, I do my best. No reason for you not to enjoy and to excel. But I have to admit, reaching my dream proves to be a daunting task. Every time na madidecide ko na I'll stick with law school, parang lalong nagiging firm yung resolve ko na tatapusin ko siya. And lalo ko nare-realize, bakit nga ba ako nasa law school? Ba't ko nga ba ginagawa to sa sarili ko? It's really because I like it. It's because I enjoy it. I may not be the very best at it. I might not be so good at some parts of it, diba? Pero I enjoy it. I genuinely like it. So, diba? Una siyang susuko bago ako. So, i-reject muna niya ako, hindi ako yung magkukwit sa kanya. As if that wasn't enough, more challenges came my way when I decided to join Binibining Pilipinas during my junior year. Training for the pageant was hard work. Training walking, my God, you should have seen me walk prior to the pageant. First time ko magsuot ng 4-inch heels. And I had to walk back and forth over and over again. Namamagana yung ankles ko kasi nasa-strain siya. I also had to make sure that I had time to squeeze in staying fit in my schedule. Pero genuinely, it's really being able to transform myself. Being able to think na kaya kong gawing 24 inches ang waistline ko. Diba? Parang it's very empowering, the whole experience. But all that sweat turned into windows of opportunities when I won Binibining Pilipinas 2007. One of which was being the host of Fit and Fab. Being a public figure, being a role model, it encourages a lot of people. And it's so surprising that just by appearing in a show, by showing people that I'm doing it, it seems like fun, maybe you guys should try it, I'm actually getting something across. My schedule is non-stop. Sometimes, all I have is a minute to relax and refresh myself with my Zero-Cal. And even if I drink it several times a day, I have no worries because it's 0 calorie, 0 carbs, 0 caffeine, and 0 sugar. My grind eventually allowed me to buy my own car. Whenever, wherever, I will drive down that road with my baby Indy. Pero yun nga, the car represents my independence from everything. I can manage my own schedule. I can determine where I want to go, when I want to go. I'm very excited about my first car. I love it. Being a beauty queen and a host can indeed be a glamorous job. But never for a minute did I lose my sight on what I really want. I can say that all these opportunities actually help me focus. A beauty queen may be pleasant to look at, more so if you can look beyond what meets the eye. My secret is a healthy lifestyle, taking in only what is good for my body. I can truly say that I have zeroed in on what I want with Summit Zero Cal.
Zero in on what you want with Summit Zero Cal. A refreshing zero sugar, zero carbohydrate, zero caffeine, and 0 calorie beverage. Summit Zero Cal. Available in 4 exciting combi fruit flavors.
Up next on Fin and Fab, tonight's Calciate to a new you. Stay tuned.
A few weeks ago, we had a chance to meet our complete lifestyle makeover winner, Loribeth Serrano, and watch her start her health and wellness journey.
Tonight, the journey continues as Loribeth practices, or at least tries to practice, what her doctor and her trainer has been teaching her. We revisit her first trip to the grocery and the gym on tonight's Calciate to a New You. Last week on Calciate to a New You, we met Loribeth Serrano, our complete lifestyle makeover winner. And to get her started on her self-improvement journey, we had to determine how good her bone health was thanks to a bone density exam. After all, optimum bone health is an essential factor to living healthy.
Based on the results, based on her age, she's still within the normal range, which is very good. But she's still quite young, 29 years old. So what I would suggest also to maintain, that's what I told, to maintain this very good result is to have a change of lifestyle.
The fitness trainer told her to get with the fitness program, while her nutritionist suggested that she ditch the bad eating habits, junk food, and takeout, and opt for healthier food choices. This week, it's all about change. They say that old habits may die hard, but let's see how Loribeth fares when it comes to ditching old routines for newer, better ones. First up, a trip to the grocery. Healthy eating habits start at home, right?
Eto, binigyan ako ng 1,000 pesos ng Fit and Fab for a grocery challenge. Within 30 minutes, I need to shop for grocery items that are going to be healthy for me and my husband. So, kaya ko kaya ito? Siyempre, kayang-kaya. Later, sasamahan din ako ni Miss Christy of Gold's Gym para i-check kung tama nga ba yung items na nabili ko.
Ready, set, go! And like a good student, Loribeth hit the fresh fruit and veggie section first.
Itong mushroom, ito lang yung kaya kong lutuin. Saan ba dito yung milk? Wala naman yata melamine, di ba?
According to nutritionists, we need 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of elemental calcium daily. While calcium abounds in food sources such as milk, yogurt, cheese, and green leafy vegetables, our normal diet does not usually contain enough of these food sources to meet our daily calcium requirement. Thus the need for calcium supplements like Calciate. And just when we thought that Loribeth was doing so well, we realized that she just couldn't resist her snacking compulsions.
Snacks na maliliit na lang para just to satisfy my cravings. No trans fat bake.
Time check, Lori. Only 7 minutes remaining. Any last minute buy, Lori? What? Processed food again?
Okay, so ngayon tapos na yung 30 minutes. Sa tingin ko okay na itong mga napamili ko ngayon. Magbabayad na.
Hi, Lori. How are you? Oh, tignan natin kung nakapasa si Lori sa grocery challenge niya today. So, i-check ko dito. Sorry, Lori, kung may tatanggalin ako, ha? Let me see. Pita chips, bake. Sige na nga, pwede na to. Pwede ba next time na to? Kasi meron ka na naman ganun, ha? And this one. Next time na rin. Substitute for bacon. Okay.
Veggies, check.
Fresh greens. Okay.
Fruits, check.
Bread. Okay. Vitamin C. Watermelon. Okay.
Nuts, check.
This one, so salad dressing, fat-free ha? Okay, pwede. Puro fish balls ha? Teka ha? Puro process yung choices niya when it comes to ulam. Process. Siguro she went for convenience kasi kulang siya sa time.
Looks like you still have to wean yourself from the junk, Lori, from the amount of food Christy's taking out of your cart.
Ang dami mong substitute, Andali, ha? May crab, may shrimp, may squid.
I was sad that the noodles medyo naharang. Saka yung isang junk food. Pero okay lang kasi at least nakalusot naman tong bacon substitute tsaka yung dalawang orange juice na favorite ko.
You have your low-fat milk, high in calcium and protein. Okay.
And the final verdict from our resident nutritionist.
Mas conscious siya ngayon sa choices niya, although she has more room for improvement in terms of yung choices niya. Kailangan malaman niya kung ano yung available locally para pareho rin naman in terms of nutrient content, pero less in price. Tapos mas variety, mas fresh, less of processed.
A for effort, Laurie. To give her the energy boost she needed while working out, Laurie grabbed a bite first. And for her daily calcium requirement for beautiful bones, for better health, and fight osteoporosis, Laurie took Calciaid. Taking this supplement every day is equivalent to drinking 2.5 glasses of milk a day. Calciaid is definitely the easier way to better bone health. Some exercise routines may be detrimental to brittle bones. That is why it's important to ensure that your bones are getting enough calcium to make it strong and beautiful. Good going, Laurie Beth.
So yung first part ng ating exercise for today is magka-cardio ka. Ito nga, treadmill. So dito ka for 30 minutes just to warm your muscles and para mag-increase yung heart rate mo, mag-burn tayo ng fat. So ito muna yung gagawin natin.
I guess I'm still okay. Hindi pa masyado pinagpapawisan. At saka nakakapag-concentrate pa rin naman ako sa binabasa ko.
30 minutes na! You did it!
Ang tagal ko na hindi pinagpapawisan ng ganito. Pero, it feels good.
After that heart-pumping activity, time to hit the weights, Laurie. Susan designed a weights routine tailor-fit for Laurie's needs. In Laurie's program, she prescribed a few leg presses, some back extensions,
Masakit siya sa back ng legs at saka sa lower back. Masakit. Yun. It's my first time to do this. Kaya, nanibago talaga ako.
and a couple of arm routines to get them toned. Don't forget the abs! Not bad for her first day at Gold's Gym, right, Susan?
Willing talaga siya and committed talaga siya na gawin yung program. So, yun yung magandang sign na talagang alam mo, mag-i-improve yung client pag ganun.
It was a pretty nice feeling, and I could feel all the calories going away.
With a great first week at the gym and the grocery, no doubt that Laurie Beth is well on her way to becoming a better her thanks to Fit and Fab and Calciaid. Remember that with Calciaid, you'll build beautiful bones and fight osteoporosis, helping you be a better you. Next time on Calciaid to a New You. 2 classes to help Laurie Beth reach her wellness and fitness goals. That's next week on Fit and Fab. If you have any health, wellness, or beauty issues that you would like us to address, please write to us at fitandfab@gmanetwork.com. We really love getting emails from you guys, so please keep them coming. Once again, I'm Tereli Caros.
And I'm Maggie Wilson, reminding everyone to celebrate Halloween and All Souls Long Weekend safely and responsibly. See you all again next week, only here on
Fit and Fab.